Imagine life as a grand story, each chapter meticulously written by the hand of God. From the moment you take your first breath to the last, every step, every trial, and every triumph is part of a divine plan. But the greatest challenge we face in this journey is learning to trust the timing of that plan. Often, we grow impatient, wanting the answers now, wanting the doors to open immediately, yearning for clarity where there is only silence. Yet the truth remains, God's timing is never late, never wrong. It is always perfect, even when it doesn't align with our limited human expectations. Think of a seed buried deep in the ground. The farmer plants it, waters it, and then waits. The seed doesn't sprout instantly. It takes time hidden beneath the soil to take root and grow strong before it can break through the surface. This is how God's timing works in your life. There are seasons where you are the seed, buried in the unknown, waiting for your breakthrough, not realizing that beneath the surface, God is working, nurturing, and preparing you for what is to come. But how do you trust this process when everything around you feels like it's falling apart? When you feel like you've been waiting forever, praying without answers, knocking on doors that refuse to open? It's in these moments that faith is tested most intensely. Trusting God's timing requires surrender, a surrender of control of your own desires and timelines, and the deep-rooted belief that His plan is far greater than anything you could orchestrate. You see, divine timing isn't about waiting passively. It's about being active in your faith, standing firm in the knowledge that even in the silence, God is working. While you wait, He's moving pieces you can't see, aligning situations, preparing people, and shaping opportunities that will only manifest when the time is right. But here's the thing about divine timing. It's often inconvenient. It challenges your patience, your strength, and your perseverance. It will stretch you in ways that make you uncomfortable, but it will also grow you in ways you never imagined possible. The waiting season is often mistaken for a wasted season. How many times have you thought, "I'm just stuck here," or "nothing is happening in my life"? But the waiting is where God does some of His best work. This is where He refines you, teaches you, and prepares you. Just as a potter molds the clay, God is molding you during these seasons. The longer the wait, the greater the preparation, and the more profound the breakthrough. Trust that when God is quiet, He is preparing something far beyond your current understanding. Have you ever considered why certain doors slam shut just as you're about to walk through them? You may feel devastated, thinking you've missed your opportunity. But what if that closed door was a blessing in disguise? What if God was protecting you from something that wasn't part of His best plan for your life? We often focus so much on what we want that we miss the beauty of what God is preparing for us. Sometimes, His protection comes in the form of rejection. It's not that He's withholding something from you. It's that He's saving you for something better, something aligned with His will and His timing. Remember the story of Joseph in the Bible? He was sold into slavery by his own brothers, imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit, and spent years in waiting. At any point, Joseph could have given up, believing that God had abandoned him. But what seemed like endless setbacks were actually divine setups. Each trial Joseph faced was a step closer to his destiny. By the time he rose to power, he could look back and see how every delay, every hardship, was part of God's plan to place him exactly where he needed to be. His story teaches us that the journey to our purpose is often filled with detours, but those detours are not distractions. They are preparations. The question is, can you trust God in the detour? Can you hold on to faith when you don't understand why things aren't happening the way you envisioned? This is the essence of trusting divine timing. It's knowing that even when you're in the valley, God has a mountaintop prepared for you. But the valley is necessary. It's where you gain strength, perspective, and the tools you'll need for the next season of your life. Divine timing is also about recognizing that some things you're praying for are too small for the grand plan God has for you. You may be asking for a breakthrough in one area, but God is preparing to bless you in ways that will surpass your wildest dreams. He is not limited by time or space. What seems like a delay to you is just God aligning everything perfectly so that when the moment comes, it will be undeniable that his hand was in it. Your job is not to rush the process, but to trust it, to believe that the creator of the universe knows exactly what you need, and he is not late. He is not withholding. He is working all things together for your good. Consider the seasons in nature. Winter may feel endless, cold, and barren, but without it, the new life of spring cannot come. The same is true in your life. There will be seasons where it feels like everything is dormant, where no progress seems to be made, but beneath the surface, growth is happening. And when the time is right, God will bring you into a season of harvest, a season where everything comes together in a way that only He could orchestrate. But trusting divine timing isn't just about the big moments. It's about the small, everyday decisions where you choose faith over fear, where you choose to wait on God rather than take matters into your own hands. It's in these moments that your character is developed, your faith is strengthened, and your heart is aligned with God's will. The more you trust Him, the more you'll see His hand in every area of your life. You will begin to recognize that even the delays, even the disappointments, were part of His divine plan to shape you, to prepare you, and to position you for the purpose He has set before you. In the end, trusting God's timing is about surrender. Surrendering your plans, your timelines, and your expectations to a God who sees the beginning and the end, who knows exactly what you need and when you need it. It's about finding peace in the process, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't feel like it. It's about walking in faith, believing that every step, every delay, every closed door is leading you closer to the life God has designed for you. So, as you navigate this journey, remember that divine timing is not a punishment, it's a gift. It's God's way of ensuring that when the blessings come, you are ready to receive them fully. Trust in His plan, trust in His timing, and know that He is never late. He is always right on time, and when the moment arrives, you will understand that every second of waiting was worth it.